Hello fellow gardeners, it's the Metairie Backyard Vegetable Patch update. Today's May 11 and I just wanted to show you what's going on in my little patch in the backyard. These are my Creole tomatoes that are coming along just fine. I'm starting to get some tomatoes back there, and so far so good, no caterpillars. I'm getting fruit and they're not falling off. I did learn how to prune a bit better. Thank goodness for fellow YouTubers that teach us how to do this. If you can see that the pruning opened up the plants so that they're not touching, and plenty of light and air can go through the little branches. It's doing fine. My peppers, I'm waiting for those to ripen up. This is the Cowhorn cayenne pepper. Josie, please, baby. It's coming along fine. I did top them, and I'm waiting for some more flowers and fruit to start. Looks like there's some coming up there. The same with these gypsy sweet peppers. Those are gorgeous. And I'm waiting for those to redden and ripen. Josie was trying to dig in the dirt. I've got my eggplants coming up. These are getting larger, and I tried to salvage one of the extra seeds. Doing pretty poorly, but it might come. It might come. I don't know what all these yellow spots are. I had these on the turnips. That's just dirt. I don't think that's bugs. I don't know what that is. That yellow spotting, I don't know if I'm here. You see the spotting? I don't know what that is. I got about 4 quarts of green beans off of these two. Actually, this is 6 squares of green beans, and yesterday I harvested about 4 quarts of green beans, and they're beautiful, just wonderful. I just blanched them and put them in the freezer. My broccoli and cauliflower are struggling, but I think I might get something out of those. You can see some little worm got all my Swiss chard. I don't know that much about Swiss chard, but I've been taking the younger leaves and eating them in salads. The kale is beautiful, and it's so tasty. It's wonderful. This is where all my beets were, right in this area where it's all the beets and the spinach and the lettuces are all harvested now. I got 2 quarts of spinach out of that, cooked spinach after it was cooked. So that was a pretty good haul. I love spinach. Carrots are doing fine. My purple onions, you can see they're starting to break the ground and come up. The little bulbs. That's exciting. My peas are not doing too well. I think that's some kind of a disease. Even though we don't have a bunch of rain, we haven't had any rain really, to cause any kind of a fungus. So I don't know what that is, why it started. I have a volunteer watermelon coming up. You can see these watermelon leaves. I think I'll let those grow along the back there. See what we can get. Oh, let's see. I'll show you my squash garden now. Squash garden is starting to take off now. I really wanted to trellis this, but these are my, where is it? Cucumbers. I lost 2, and 2 have survived. This whole area, I turned over the soil with compost and peat and of course some fertilizers, you know, and didn't realize that it wasn't enough. The soil apparently is still very sandy, and when I watered, the water was just crusting on top and not getting down to the roots of the plant. So I've since been drilling, kind of poking holes down before I water to allow the water to get down to the roots, and the plants are doing much better. This is my delicata squash I'm very excited about. That's a delicious squash, and I want to make sure that I get some of those. This is my Cocazella zucchini, and that seems to be coming along okay. I think I have one female fruit starting back there, a female flower that will fruit. This is a struggling, I lost the queen acorn, but this is the king acorn, and it is struggling to stay alive. I don't know what's in this area, but they're both dying now, in spite of the fact that I'm watering down into the soil below where the roots are. This is the Hubbard squash, doing quite well. I've been getting flowers here. Let's see if any of these are starting to, they look like all male flowers so far. So keep our fingers crossed. Back here, the potatoes are still doing fine. Getting flowers every once in a while. You can see here, oh, you see my stained fingers from cooking beets, from peeling beets. These are doing fine. And my navel orange is doing fine. These are blueberries. The one on this one over here on the right is seems to be struggling a bit, and I'm not sure why. The leaves are curled. I don't know if that's a bad sign. They seem to be strong and healthy otherwise. So that one's doing okay too. Here's my satsuma tree. It's coming along. It looks a little better than it was looking. Let's see what else we got here. The daffodils are pretty much going downhill now, but my little dwarf bottle bush is doing beautifully. Petunias, this is a little Chiquita banana. I hope to get some fruit off of that eventually. And of course the grapevine. Still a lot of grapes. I found some signs of what do you call it? Spider mites here. And so I did spray with, and it looks like that killed them. I did spray with soap, Dawn soap with water, like the YouTuber suggested, and it seems like, I'm hoping that it did the trick. So that's about it. Everything else is coming along. Bye now.